Indiana State Police are investigating after an officer-involved shooting in Clark County. ISP says yesterday around 4:30 p.m. the Charlestown Police Department was called for a welfare check. With the help of two other agencies, officers found the car of the man that they were looking for about 30 minutes later. The car was at the 9 Penny Branch Nature Preserve in Clark County. Officers were told that the man was possibly armed, and when they found him on one of the trails, he was holding a handgun. ISP told us an officer with the Charlestown Police Department fired at least one shot, hitting the man. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Now we're slowing down and really going to, make sure we conduct a thorough investigation, because one is we owe it to the family. Obviously, that has an injured family member. We owe it to them to provide answers, and we also owe it to the community. I mean, we're looking at a public place where a lot of families from this area probably come and use it, and it's a concern to them that something like this happens in their area.
We are told no officers were injured. The man who was shot and the officer involved have not been identified yet. Charges could be pending. Charlestown police say that the officer involved will be placed on administrative leave per department policy. And ISP is also investigating an early morning murder, an hours-long standoff. The Lawrence County Sheriff said yesterday around 5:30 in the morning, officers found a man shot on Fort Rittner Road. That's in Bedford, Indiana. Police say Casey Brown and Bradley Harper were in a Jeep with 21-year-old Kobe Stancomb and a woman when Stancomb was shot and killed. Brown and Harper left the scene in that Jeep and allegedly fired multiple shots at the woman when she ran away. Then around 1 o'clock, the Jeep was found in the parking lot of Huck's gas station on Main Street in Paoli. Police say Harper immediately surrendered and was taken into custody, but Brown refused to leave the Jeep. The ISP SWAT team used several tactics to get Brown out of the car, but police say after several hours, Brown pulled out a handgun and shot himself. He was taken to the hospital, but his condition is unknown. Brown is in police custody at the hospital on charges of murder and attempted murder. We are told no officers at the scene fired any shots. Also, new information this morning on an investigation underway in Campbellville. Police there have arrested the person they believe is involved in a Campbellville University student's death. That student was found unresponsive in his dorm room Saturday morning, causing the university to go on lockdown for a couple of hours. This was the scene at the Greene and Taylor County line where the suspect was arrested. WHAS11's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Aspen Hester report from Campbellville.
So we just need to keep the community as a whole in your prayers and thoughts.
A close-knit college.
You just don't see it that often.
Forever changed by the loss of one of its own.
We just need to keep in mind the families, both families.
The death of 18-year-old Campbellville University student Josiah Malachi Kilman led the campus to an hours-long lockdown Saturday.
There's a lot of parents who has children at the university, so just out of caution for them and a peace of mind.
On campus, not a single student in sight, but an abundance of police cruisers searching for 21-year-old Charles Escalera, who they believe murdered Kilman in his dorm room just after midnight Saturday.
Whether it's the suspect's family or the victim's family, there's no winners.
Campbellville Chief of Police Shannon Wilson says police narrowed in on Escalera, shown here, early in the investigation.
We had a person of interest pretty quickly, within a couple hours, I would say.
Police spent the next 17 or so hours canvassing the area until Chief Wilson says a call came into dispatch from a local farmer living on the Taylor-Greene County line.
He had located a male in his barn while he was feeding, which he then in return called Greene County Sheriff's Department, and they contacted state police.
Police arrested Escalera around 5:45 Saturday. He now faces murder charges.
I would like to say that I'm very proud of every officer today. Of course, we're a smaller department. We had so many people to step up.
With Escalera now in custody at the Taylor County Detention Center, thousands on Campbellville University's campus begin grieving a life taken too soon. In Campbellville, Kentucky, Connor Steffen, WHAS11 on your side.
In a statement, the university said, "We have lost a student and our hearts are broken. During this devastating time, the continued safety of our students and the residents of our community are our primary concern. With consultation from local law enforcement, we will continue to implement every measure necessary to protect and support students and our community. A man is dead after shooting in the Russell neighborhood. Police say they responded to the shooting around 10 Saturday morning on South 18th Street near Jefferson. When officers arrived, they found a man who had been shot and killed inside a home there. There are no known suspects at this time. Anyone with information is asked to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. You can also use the online portal.